Rob, of course, a big game coming up this weekend with well, as they all are now, with the FA Trophy quarter-final, though a sort of switch in focus for you this weekend. But I imagine the mood amongst the boys and yourselves at the minute is one of excitement, really.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's so much to look forward to between now and the end of the season on the Cup and the League front. And yeah, we just need to continue what we're doing. I think the good thing is we're reflecting on the last 3 games, and other than 45 minutes at Woking, and a couple of moments against Solihull, who actually was really pleased with the Solihull performance in lots of ways, in the fact that the lads implemented everything we wanted in terms of entries into the box, crossing zones, just a little bit of quality, maybe a bit of fatigue on the night, and fair play to Solihull. I thought they set up really well. So now the Cup comes, and we'll rotate as we do in terms of the squad with the amount of games coming up. But like I said, we've got a lot of quality and depth in the squad, and people come back from injury, so it's a game we're looking forward to.
Yeah, and touching on the game tomorrow specifically, obviously with it being in the trophy and you have the 90 minutes and then go straight to penalties if it's a draw, knockout competition and all that kind of thing. Does the approach, mentality, anything change really? I suppose when you were a player, did it really kind of change from your point of view when you went into cup competitions? It
does, it definitely does, because you understand that it's a one-off. But the thing is, it doesn't change how we play, how we approach games. It's always consistent. And it's a good opportunity for players and for anyone who's maybe getting minutes, who hasn't had minutes in the last couple of games, for example. So yeah, but it just adds to that winning mentality in terms of the reason why we do things. There's a reason we have a structure and the way we play, and you need to implement that even more, and obviously deal with the sort of heightened arousal of what I'd imagine Peterborough will be, because they're a very good team. They're in good form at the moment with some very good players, and it's going to be a really tough game in that front, because they're sort of coming up here, being the league below. I suppose there's no pressure on them from their point of view. They'll be coming to enjoy it, and from what I've seen of them, they work really hard. They've got good individuals, good structure. Their gaffer can come off the bench and cause problems if he doesn't already start, if he's not starting. So they've got a lot of real quality and experience in there, and I think it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, and you mentioned Peterborough there. Is it a one as well, with it being in the quarter-final and on Peterborough's front, with it being the furthest they've got in the competition, somewhat similar to Farsley Celtic in the quarter-final here last season, but is it a one where you have to kind of manage the occasion a little bit as much as the game, because obviously with that kind of history on their side, they're obviously going to be turning up on Saturday, bang up for it, arguably biggest game of the season for them?
Yeah, definitely, and obviously they've played really well recently, and they're sort of closer to the playoffs than they are the relegation zone in the league, so they'll probably feel this is a really good opportunity for them. And yeah, I think we need to make sure that whatever they bring in terms of the mentality, physicality and intensity in terms of winning the game, we've got to at least match that, if not more. Well, I expect us to match that, and expect us to match even more, and then we have to play to our principles, play our game, play our football, and allow that to come out on top. So yeah, really looking forward to the game. Looking forward to the occasion. Cup games are good, and obviously, yeah, looking forward to seeing our lads out there, especially a couple of lads who haven't played for a while in terms of come back from injury.
A positive on the squad front in terms of this game, with it being in the trophy, having more spots to fill on the bench. Obviously in recent games a couple of boys have missed out in terms of being in the match day squad, and as well, Louis mentioned in the last preview that Tom Allen's been back training again, so a positive there. Obviously Tinks has been on the bench the last couple of games, although hasn't managed to get back on the pitch quite just yet. Greg's sort of just around the corner in terms of getting back, so an opportunity really for a lot of boys to kind of stake a claim at the minute.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that ultimately what it comes down to, I think we've got, I'm not even sure the amount of games to be honest with you now, 11, 12 for the rest of the season minimum in, what is 6 weeks? 6.5 weeks, so we got 4 games in 9 days at one point, so we need every single person. It's brilliant to have players of their quality coming back, and Greggy and Tinks and Tommy, they all had something completely different. Obviously it's self-explanatory in terms of Greg and Tinks. And then Tommy, I think, has been a real bright point when he's been involved. Just really unfortunate we got injured at Rochdale, because he's turned the corner in some senses in a lot of ways since he's been here. So now looking forward to seeing them. Really looking forward to seeing Tinks back on the pitch. He's worked really hard in the background. He's an important player for us. He was excellent at the start of the season. So it'd just be nice to see him on the pitch doing what he does best. And yeah, hopefully more to follow with Tommy and Greg as well.